Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening,
So,
ma'am.
a very warm welcome to each one of you for today's workshop that is Skybound Tech, a journey into cloud computing, which is especially organized for engineering graduates and aspiring cloud professionals like you all. So, this workshop is presented by Future Acad, which is a joint initiative from Rumen as well as NASCOM. At Future Acad, our motto is simple to bridge the gap between academia as well as industry, and to make sure that talented students like you are future ready as well as job ready. So I know reading the name will be like, you will feel like it will be boring, lengthy theory and all, but I promise to make it fun, engaging, and as well as hands on. So feel free to participate, ask questions, and make the most of use of these opportunities. So now it's time to introduce our trainer, Jerry, who will be guiding us into this journey of cloud. Please welcome Jerry, a highly talented expert, cloud specialist, as well as certified AWS professional. So, in today's workshop, Jerry will break down the complex topics into simpler ones and help you build a strong foundation in cloud computing. Over to you, Jerry.
Hey, hello everyone. I'm audible to you.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Hey,
you are audible.
hey, hi guys. How you all doing? How was the day? Pretty tiring day, or how was it? You can speak. You can speak. I don't train people to be true. Okay. I talk to guys, and if you are very much interested, then we can talk more here. Okay. Because trainings you can go to YouTube videos and Udemy and all. So that's not the purpose, right? So more of talking discussions. You will discuss through mostly uh, you know all the learning part we'll be discussing, and mostly we'll be covering each and every concept in a way that you remember, and fundamentally the thing shall be clear. Okay, so this is Jerry. I'll be taking your cloud computing workshop right now. Okay, and our cloud computing vendor, what we are going to use, that is AWS, right? And many of you might have taken my sessions or somewhere in past. I am not sure. Okay, so I'll just brief out myself. I've already trained more than 30K learners across the globe. Okay, and almost 20K grads and undergrads, and around 10K corporate individuals, experience between 2 to 28 years of experience. Okay, I'm a certified AWS expert and certified Google Cloud expert, Azure, multi-cloud, and also RP and process mining. Okay, so that's how the thing would be. So, however, so I'll be sharing my screen right now. Okay, and quickly we'll be looking into the multiple and various scenarios. Okay, and once I share my screen, please do let me know if it is visible to you. Right? Uh, just tell me once, is it visible to you?
Yes, sir.
It is visible.
Yes, sir.
Amazing.
Maybe I
So,
have a question.
okay, amazing. So, just let's clear up some basics, right? Now, how many of you are just here to listen, and how many of you want to get involved in this session? There are two categories of learners everywhere. Okay. So, have any of you appeared any kind of interviews in the past, for any kind of job interviews or mock interviews? Just type H in the chat. H for hen. Okay. How many of you have attended any kind of mock interviews regarding jobs, or maybe in your college or something? Just type H in the chat quick. No one. So you want to experience how it all happens in the industry.
Chat is disabled, sir.
Chat is disabled. 1 second. Preeti, can you just check on the chat whether they can uh, just give me a second. Okay. Can that happen? Just check. Is it are you all able to put just okay, that's great. So how many of you have done any kind of mock, like, gone through any kind of mock interviews or something? Because see, learning is definitely Those who haven't attended, don't respond. Those who have done gone through any kind of mock interviews or anything, just type H in the chat. H. I just want to see the count. Just type H. Okay. Any course related things, I'm not the right person. You can connect with the learning advisors from Ruman. They would be the right person. Okay. So course related stuff, what would be the things? So I'm here only for your learning part. So let's focus on this only. However, okay. So this is a kind of workshop. We'll try to do a mixed set of things. Okay. Starting from the fundamentals. Okay. So how many of you know what is cloud? What is it all about? Anyone knows what is cloud? Anyone knows? What is it all about?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, basically, cloud is a platform where we can just store our data or perform operations on our data, but the tools are from those people.
Okay. Anyone else? Let's see how you understand it. Anyone else? Anyone? Speak up, guys. Okay. How, in which year of college you are in? Second year, third year, which year? Like final semester? Which semester, guys, you are? Just put your semester in the chat. Or if you have already passed out, not sure. What is in which semester you are, guys? Third semester. Okay. Eighth semester, final year. Okay. So, guys, let's understand. Let's face the reality. After a month or after a few days, like mostly final year, and I can see seventh and eighth semester, guys. Okay. So after a month, you would be facing a lot of interviews if you are able, if your resume gets shortlisted and everything. So what do you think? How are you thinking to, kind of cracking it? Is it going to be some magic? Is it going to be only some bookish knowledge or what you studied in the college? Okay. Keep that always in the first side. First of all, you have to communicate, okay, properly. And you would be only communicate properly when you understand the subject matter. Okay. And only when subject matter is very much fundamentally clear, you can talk on the topic, right? So let's see, okay, what is it all about and what are we going to cover in today's session? Okay. So today's workshop is all about cloud computing. Okay. What is it all about? Right? What is infrastructure? Okay. What are various service and deployment models? We'll understand even the basic terminologies we are going to see over here. Okay. So we will be using AWS to learn. So definitely AWS is here. Okay. What is IAM and virtualization? Very basics on the security and virtualization. Something is very basic on the cloud part where you are going to do most of the stuff, right? And what all career paths and all you can go look for. Okay. And getting started, how are we going to get started? So Q&A will be having for that, so you can keep your questions, okay, ready. And I'll be also asking you a few questions in between, right? So just make sure that you try to attend as much as possible. So what will happen, right? Those who are in final year, guys, don't refrain from answering anything. You can refrain, you can put it in chat, you can put it in voice. Both the things are mostly enabled, I hope so. If not, you have the chat enabled right now. What will happen? You'll have a development of your confidence, right? Here, nobody is here to judge you. But when you'll be once out of the college, there is a herd who is going to judge you. Okay, you'll be competing with like a million students, right? So almost a million graduates or half a million graduates every year we get. Okay, and you'll be competing among those. And don't worry about the competition. Okay, worry about the presentation and the skills what you have, because most of them won't be that much presentable. Okay, because what skills you are going to get, definitely they won't have it, or if they have it, they're half baked skills. Now I was talking about what is cloud computing, and I heard a few of the things coming from many of the people, and I really appreciate. So, if I ask you, like as an interview POV, okay, how would you see that? How would you see that? What is the interviewer expecting? Any idea?
How much confidence that we have.
If I ask you, can you explain me what is cloud computing in detail? What would be the answer? Okay, so that's what I'm here. So let's understand it. Now, many of you are different colleges, and many of you are in the same college, right? You have different sections and different batches or what's and different, if I would say, your various branches like this CSE, electrical, mechanical, right? So basically, what is something which connects you? Do you know what is something which connects you? For example, just give me a second. I don't have the annotation enabled. Just give me a second. Okay, I guess this is visible. This whiteboard is visible to all. So let's
Yes,
take,
sir.
these are all classrooms you have, right? Now, this is section A, or let's take this is uh, CSE, okay? And this is your mech, okay? And this is your electrical. So what is common in between you, all of you? Basically, these are all engineering batches, right? This is something common, correct? Now, if I say you all belong to the same college, this is also common, correct? Between you, right? And let's make it a lot common. So you are attending a session together. So this session is common for all of you, right? Am I correct? Now, let's understand this as a infra POV, how we see cloud computing, right? So cloud computing is something which has revolutionized the whole IT infrastructure. Okay, how you use your phones, your refrigerators, your TV, your washing machine, everything has been disrupted, and this market has been newly created by cloud computing. Nowadays, you have might have heard AI is being integrated everywhere. Correct? Your phones have AI, your ACs have AI, your refrigerators have AI. Everything is having AI inside. Am I right or not? Responses should be quick. Am I correct? Or you are living somewhere out of this world? This is very common these days, right? Now, where we are putting this AI, so it is so much, like working fluently. Where is this AI is there? Can you tell me? Where is this AI? Where is this AI sitting? Anyone knows? Harshita, Surya, Reddy, Dishant, Priyanka. Where is this AI sitting? No one knows. And you are final year, guys. Okay. Please
Yeah,
think
yeah,
on
Jyoti,
these.
I know.
Yeah, tell me, tell me. Yeah, tell me.
The AI, artificial intelligence, means machine or software that can learn and act like humans.
Okay. If I ask you, Reddy, okay, I don't know what is C, so it's fine, right? So here, what we can do is, if I ask you, where is your kidney? You won't describe your kidney, correct? This is what the interviewer is looking, right? So I'm asking, where is this kidney located? Where is this AI situated? Not what define what is the work of kidney or what is the AI. So this is how you have to build your understanding as per the interviewer's POV, correct? So if I say AI, now AI is sitting on your smartphones, right? You can remove the images from the picture or something. We can do that, right? So this is because of AI, okay? Image recognition and all. Similarly, each and every device, there is not that powerful so that the AI can sit on top of it. So what we need is something cheap and something readily available but I don't have to, invest so much in the hardware upfront. For example, your air conditioners, correct? These are also AI inbuilt, right? Now, how is AI working in this AC so that the temperature control is happening automatically, power savings is happening automatically? How is that happening? Due to cloud computing. Okay, due to cloud computing. Am I correct? Okay, forget about the language. Now, when we say cloud computing, it is somewhere happening remotely. So we are all connected on the Zoom meeting, right? So when I say Zoom meeting, we are all connected. So it means we are connected somewhere at a one location, but this location is somewhere far away from us. This is not very close to us, correct? So due to this issue, okay, like if let's bring that college scenario right now. If I say, okay, you are different batches in the same college, so you are connected through a college. Now if I say this cloud computing is also connected somehow, so what is connecting the whole world with cloud computing? Can you tell me, anyone? What is the medium through which we are connecting to cloud computing?
Internet.
Very good. Internet. So internet is something which is binding us together and making us fall on the same platform. Yeah, network could be anything, Muni Lakshmi. Okay, network could be anything. Network could be locally there. But let's say I told you, like if I want to connect, okay, let's say there are different batches, right? In batches there are learners, so each and every learner, okay, sorry, student would know each and every student within the same CSE batch, right? But if you want to know the other learners, other students of other batches, you should be in the same college, right? You can take this as an internet and people knowing each other within a call, within a batch or a class. You can call it a local network. Okay. So when a network which is globally connecting, that is internet, and we are availing all these cloud computing services on top of internet. Am I clear, everyone? Just type H in the chat. Is it clear, everyone? Just type quick H in the chat. Okay. I want a quick spam here. Okay. I can say there are how many learners? 78 learners, and only not even 10 chats I'm seeing. Okay. Now, when I say cloud computing, so how would you answer? So let's take cloud computing is a revolutionary tech which has changed the way how we use internet, right? No, how we use our IT infrastructure, enabling the businesses and individuals like us to connect over Zoom call. Okay, to make it more scalable. What is scalable? To increase the size of something. Okay, and that to have a smooth process. For example, okay, let's take for a scenario of your laptops, right? Let's take for a scenario of your laptop. Wait a second. So, what all things your laptop has? What all things your laptop has? Do you have these things in your laptop or your computer, on your mobile? Do we have these things? Yes or no? Yes, right? We have it, correct? Now, let's take for a scenario, okay? Aisha is there and she wants to connect to my laptop. How would she connect? How would she connect? Internet is the medium, correct? Internet is the medium. But if I want to say that my laptop has, let's take 10 GB RAM, okay? And 4 CPUs, 4 GB GPU, NPU we'll talk about later. Let's keep these things together, CPU, memory, and GPU. Now, when there will be huge load, can my laptop support it? Can I increase around 100 GB on my laptop, or a 2000 or 2000 TB of hard disk, or 100 core CPU? Can I have a laptop like that?
No.
Can I have it? I can't, right? Maybe there is an exception we may have, but let's take it a very certain extent. Beyond that, there is no possibility. So what we need to do, we have to expand. Okay, we have to expand out. So with your laptop, can that happen? Definitely not. Because laptop, a single device, will hit its limit for a while. Is it clear? It will hit its limit. Now, let's take for a scenario. You are working on a, let's take you are using this Ola cabs, okay, or Uber or Zomato, right? So these services, how are they working? On top of cloud, correct? You order a food, someone gets a notification, and your food gets delivered. That is how the things are, right? Now, in this scenario, what is happening? If I say the cloud is not storing anything or something, can this happen automatically? No. Now, Ola is having a customer base of in millions, maybe 10 million people. Okay, correct? So, can 10 million people use a single infrastructure? Definitely not. So, because a single huge infrastructure could also have a limit. Am I right? Certainly, it will have a limit. But if I say I can keep multiple similar systems like that, okay, like hundreds of systems like this, here, everywhere, hundreds of systems, and I connect them together. And they can think, okay, which system has its own capacity and it could be allotted. How does it sound? Doesn't it look like a unlimited circulation of resources? A lot of people can connect like this. If this one is filled up, people will connect this. Okay, this is how the cloud infrastructure works. Okay, it refers to the delivery of computing services, including your servers, storage, databases, networking, software, analytics, whatnot. And nowadays, intelligence as well. You use ChatGPT to get your things. Okay, do you have these ChatGPT LLM models? Okay, large language models. These are called LLM. Okay, which gives the intelligence to ChatGPT. Are on our phone? Definitely not. ChatGPT is hosted somewhere as an application. Okay, you install a front-end application on your phone. You put your prompts, and it gives you output. Okay. Now, I told you something which is NPU. What is NPU? What is the NPU? What is a NPU?
Neutral processing unit.
Not neutral, neural processing unit. Okay. So what is neural processing unit? Now, can anyone tell me what we have in our brains? We have brains, right? Everyone, right? So what we have there? How does how does our brain work, or how do we think? We have neurons. Absolutely, Shashti and Lakshmi. Very good. Okay, these are the studious girls in my batch. Very good. So these neurons, okay, help us to think. And these neurons have these, electrical impulses, okay, which gives us thoughts, ideas, and all that, right? So when we call about neurons, from there we can call this neural processing unit, because we are trying to provide, okay, the capacity of to our laptops, to our systems to think, to express ideas, express thoughts, okay, like artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is working upon NPUs. Okay. It needs a CPU, memory, GPU, everything it needs. Okay. But the major part which plays and gives the intelligence directly, this is the capacity. The intelligence is provided here. Okay. So nowadays, when you purchase laptops, there'll be a lot of laptops with some tops assigned, 47 tops, 40 tops, and all. The higher the tops, higher, onboard intelligence it has. Okay. Video editing, photo editing, some of the features. Okay. You don't even need internet to use AI. Some in onboard things would be there. There's NPUs, which will help you to summarize your content and do all that stuff. Okay. This is how the NPUs would work. Now, if we go forward, okay, in cloud computing, as it is on internet, we can store our data remotely, access our applications anywhere. Like if you have an internet connection, you can access it anywhere. You can compute, analyze, okay, anything. Okay. So what is the core cloud infrastructure? Now we are already aware your CPU, your network infra, memory, storage, operating system. This is the core. Now I hope you already know what is the compute. Compute gives us the computing capacity or the intelligence. Okay. Not exactly intelligence, but for doing comprehensive calculations and everything. Correct. Second, memory. Memory is RAM. Okay. This is a temporary data dump storage, or this is a volatile memory. Okay. Where exactly if I'm making a thought or something, I'll store it for a while. But now I have to prepare for exams or something. Let's take for a scenario, you try to mug it up. So you can't store it in RAM. You have to store it in your secondary storage, which is your hard disk, SSDs, and everything. This is your storage, a persistent data retention. Here is the temporary data. Okay. Am I clear, everyone? Am I clear? I want a response, guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now this type Y in the chat. How many of you understood? Just type a Y in the chat quickly. Quick Y's in the chat. Why? Great. Now, we'll slowly jump into the things. Okay. I hope it is making sense to most of you. Now, key characteristics of cloud. This is what we have already aware. It has on demand, wherever you want, you will get the services. Only thing, you need internet. Broad access, anywhere you can access. Scalability. Scalability, you understood, right? Okay, if you can't increase the number, size of the server and increase the number of servers, at the end of the day, okay, you should be able to access the resources remotely. And you don't have to worry where my infrastructure is and all, but you would be aware where your infrastructure exactly is. Okay. Pay as you only pay for what you consume. Okay. And reliability and security is definitely there. Okay. Now, let's talk about some cloud service models. What are cloud service models? Can you see this pyramid? Okay. So these are your, infrastructure. So this is basically, you can think, okay, it is the physical part. What is the physical part? Okay. So physical part is something, okay, you can consider the infrastructure itself. Okay. Your RAM, hard disk, network wires, everything. Okay. These are all physical infra. But in the case of cloud, we don't have anything physical which we deal with. So you can call it the infra what we have at the base level. Your operating systems and everything comes under this category. Okay. Without this, there wouldn't be any PaaS or any kind of SaaS existing. Okay. Now, next part is your platform. Okay. Platform could be, something you have your base sorted. Platform gives you the space to start building something. For example, your Java development kit or Java runtime environment. This gives you the app, runtime or the platform to build your Java applications. Can you run the Java without JDK? No. Correct? Can you run a Python program without Python being installed? Without Python libraries? No. So in that case, you have to have these libraries, okay, and these runtime environments, okay, so that this platform as a service, this PaaS, okay, gets established. Now, all of you are using Gmail, Google Sheet, Google Drive. Are you all using? We are all using, right? And many other services like anything, like YouTube, Netflix, everyone is using, right? So do you manage any of their infrastructure, or do you do any kind of consumption, or you directly just work upon it, like you just consume it? What do you do?
We just consume it.
You just consume it. Now, whether don't have to do any kind of development or something, okay? So that is how it is. Am I clear? Now, let's take a scenario. We are not having to just, manage the infra, any software things, which is basically a PAS. Now we are just consuming. So when we are consuming something, we don't need to manage it by any way. Okay. So these are SaaS products, software as a service. Now you might be wondering, I'm not paying anything from YouTube, but you are paying through AdSense, through ads. Okay. So you might be wondering, okay, SaaS is not just by you're paying something that becomes a SaaS. SaaS could be offering, okay, this is a software as a service. This is offering. It could have a freemium model. It could have a premium model. Premium means many of the features are free, but if you want to go to a tier up, you have to pay, right? In Google Drive and everywhere, this is the thing. Am I correct? Okay. So this is what SaaS is. Is it clear with everyone? Is it clear? So infrastructure as a service, it provides virtualized computing resources. I'll tell you what is a virtualized computer, this computerized resource. Okay. Now, platform as a service, it offers, it offers you some development platforms such as your runtime, middleware, OS for building applications. Then we have SaaS. It delivers fully functional software applications over the internet. Okay, which is ready to consume, ready to use. Okay, there are many other models you'll have, FAS, okay, CAS, kind of that, like functional service, container service. There will be n number of these kind of things, but we can ignore these. Okay, you'll automatically understand this in the longer run. Okay, so I guess you all have got the clarity on this. Okay, so let's see what are we all talking about. So this is our AWS console. Okay, so let's see how the infrastructure looks. Okay. Excuse me. So let's understand here. This is what the instances are. What are the instances? We'll come to know in a while. Let me just show you a quick glance of a virtual machine. Okay, then we'll understand it. Just give me a second. So I have created a server. Okay. Okay. So the server is launched. How it is launched at all, you can ignore right now. Let's see. I'll download this, save it, get password. Okay, let's wait for a while for this instance, for this server to be created. Okay, it is going to take some time. Meanwhile, let's move ahead. Okay. Now, I'm going to use AWS Cloud, right? So definitely, it should be falling in some of the categories. And one of the categories, okay, could be A public cloud. So what is public cloud? What is it all about? Can anyone tell me? Have you used a public cloud? What is it all about? What is a public cloud? What is a public cloud? Okay, storage used by all. Okay, so it is not about storages. See, cloud computing is not only about storage. What all things it has? Let's understand. So when I covered this, you might have got to idea. Okay, it is not about storage. Okay, so these deployment models we are talking about. Okay, now this is a model which defines the type of access towards your cloud. Okay, now if you purchase something, do you own something? Did you own it or did you rent it? If you purchase something, are you renting or are you owning it? If you purchase something, are you renting or are you owning it?
Okay.
What is it? Owning it. Okay. Now, let's take if you haven't purchased it, so you are going to kind of rent it, right? Public cloud is definitely not like you are going to rent it or something, but you don't own it either. And most possible chances are you are renting it. Okay. You might be wondering, okay, Google Drive is free and all. Yeah. But exactly the whole service isn't free. You have to pay to go a higher bit. So basically, when I say public cloud, okay, this itself, AWS is a public cloud. Okay. So please keep this thing in mind and understand the things properly. Now, when I say public cloud, it is owned and operated by third party providers such as your AWS, Azure, GCP. So the good thing is they are cost effective, they are scalable, and no maintenance are needed. But the bad thing is, okay, what could be the bad thing? What could be the bad thing? Can you tell me? Now, do
Sorry,
you
sir, could you
understand?
come again?
If you rent it, okay, what could be the bad thing? Can you tell me if you rent something?
Security, sir. Privacy, security, and encryption.
Very good. Privacy, security, and encryption. Okay. Now, in this case, other things are, okay, let's take this privacy thing only. You have less control, right? And you have potential security concerns as well. What are the security concerns, right? Is your data safe or not, or something? But if you purchase something, it can consider that as a public transport. No one is bothered about it. Okay. The owner of that public transport who has made it public, he's the only one who's going to bother. But let's take about private cars. At least people bother about their own private vehicles. Okay. They have dedicated infrastructure in private for a single organization. What is that? For let's take an example. This is G Drive. Okay. This is G Drive. Millions and millions of people are connecting to it. Correct? Now, why? Because it is free. This is the basic answer because it is free. But what would happen? All of you are storing the data here. Now you might be wondering, okay, I will have a kind of I'm having an account until unless I log into the cloud, how my data could be fetched. See, the thing is, the thing which you don't own, you can't talk about it properly, what is happening with your data when you don't own it. Okay. That's the major issue. But if you say, you ask Google, okay, Google, do one thing, don't give this space to anyone else. My organization is only going to use it. No one else shall be able to use it. So this is called private. Okay. And the costs are almost like 4x from public for private. This space is a dedicated infrastructure given to you. Okay. So it's a single organization. Okay. It could be, the pros are enhanced security, compliance, customization, and higher cost and limited scalability. Okay. That is how the things are. Now, I see, let's say, whether our instance, how this server has been launched or not. So let's take for a scenario. Now I have done with the things. I'll open the thing. Just give me a second. Just give me a second and let me know when my screen is visible. My screen is visible, right? So see, this is a server what I have created, okay? And this is located somewhere in the cloud. Okay. This server is located in US. Okay. This is in US, North Virginia. That is the place. See, I'm logging into that server. Let's wait. Is it visible? Is this visible to you guys? This is somewhere in the cloud. I have connected as well. Okay. Now here, I will show you one more thing, a task manager. According to the resources what I have shared, this is the task manager. So this has a 2-core CPU and a 4 GB RAM. This is the SSD what is being used for right now. This is the Ethernet. So can you see how was it? How many of you done any kind of cloud activities like this? Very basic. This is very basic so that I can show you, okay, how exactly it works. Interesting, right? So now you are sitting in India, accessing a machine which is in US, okay, and just you'll pay for whatever time you are going to use, okay, and that do, okay, over the internet. Now I can have a bigger, like I can have a 20-core CPU and 40 GB of RAM, okay, that also I can keep, okay. Any questions, anyone? Please ask. Any questions? Any doubts, please ask. Okay. So let's move ahead. I guess we are good. Okay. Good bunch of learners I have here. Now, though we have got a clarity from your end. Okay. I'll just minimize it. Now, I can see my resources here. What's the need of accessing it, sir? Okay. Now, tell me, you're working in an organization, okay? You're working in an organization. So someone has asked this question to me. So this is your team. This team has 3 person. A, this is a person, B and C. Now, Afreen, I'm talking to you right now, okay? Please understand. Now, in this case, what is going to happen? You're working on the same project. This is Pro Project A. Okay. You're all working on the same project. And you are doing the development and everything. Or maybe your application is hosted here and you want to log in here or you want to look into it. So I will deploy my application over here, right? Now, in industry, what happens? We have a client and a provider relationship. You would have a client who's sitting in US or UK or Canada, right? Now you want to work or you want to work on the same system or something. Okay. One of the requirement that you can use the same system. Second is basically what they use, application. So basically the UK, US clients have some policies regarding the security. Those policies are like GDPR, if it is a health GDPR, and if you have a health related like hospitals and all, they have a policy called HIPAA, HIPAA. Okay, these kind of policies they have, which restricts them from putting their data in other countries' servers. Now, let's take for a scenario. I'm sitting in India, my client in US. Where shall I keep the data, in India or in US? Where shall we keep the data? Just type IN for India and US for US. My client sits in US and my data needs to be stored somewhere. Is it going to be US? Is it going to be India? Where? Because I'm working from India. Quick answers, guys. Put wrong answer, that is fine. Okay, India. Okay. US. Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Now let's assume this thing. Okay. You are living in Hyderabad, let's take. Okay. Where you would be storing your kitchen items? In Kashmir, or it should be stored in Hyderabad? You are living in Hyderabad, you have kitchen utensils or you have usables. Where you would you keep it? Within Hyderabad, or you're going to store in Bangalore or Madhya Pradesh or Odisha? Where are you going to keep? It's inside the Hyderabad, right? Where you're staying. Because that is convenient and that is also the required and the correct thing. Similarly, if my client is someone who is paying me for his work. If he is sitting in US, the servers need to be in US itself. I'll be connecting from India to the US server and I'll work. Is it clear? Afrin, did you got your answer? Has everyone got the answer? Why at the client location? This is something you are going to face as soon as you join the industry. Okay. Now, few things we have got a clarity here. Okay. Public and private cloud. Public is clear. One of the things I have shown you. Okay. Anyone can come here and create an instance. Okay. It doesn't have any kind of restriction that some people can create or some can't. Okay. So in that case, okay, this system should be, or this should be somewhere available for everyone. Now, the basic thing is, how come it is public? Because anyone can create resources in this infrastructure. Now, private, I have already explained. Now, what is hybrid? Hybrid is something, it combines public and private clouds with orchestration. Now, what is orchestration? We'll see later, but let's understand how this hybrid works. Now, let's take for a scenario. Okay. You have your, let's take anything. Let's take some important data you have, okay, which needs to be confidential. Okay. There is a lot of data which needs to be confidential. Okay. This data. Okay. When this data needs to be confidential, I will try to put it in private cloud. But let's take, I'm running a marketing campaign, right? I'm running a marketing campaign. I'm running some advertisers. So where should I put? In private or in public? Is a marketing campaign or ads public or private? Where it should be? Has anyone understood how it should be done? Think about a bit. Answers, guys. Let me see how many of you are connected here. Okay. I guess Afreen, Akida, Anusha, Aisha, Banda, Vijay, Bhavisheti, Bimesh. So, answer. So here it is public, here private. So basically, the thing which is not very much confidential, or which is something, you don't have to worry about a lot. Okay. So you have to make sure, okay, keep it in public. Did you remember what I said? Private is almost 4x the cost of public. So the data which is not that much confidential, you can keep it in public, which could be a marketing campaign or something, right? And similarly, when the data is very much confidential, okay, medical data, patient data, your Aadhaar card, your PAN card data, they are all going to be kept at private. Okay. So that is how the whole scenario works. Is it clear? Am I clear with you guys?
Sir,
Now this system, yes.
so if your data is in public, but still, what is the guarantee of privacy?
So who is giving you privacy here? This is a public data, right? The privacy is not expected here. For example, let's take there is an ad, okay, Sony TV ad, okay. Now think of it. This is the ad. So what kind of privacy do you expect in an ad? This is advertisement, right? So do we expect any privacy over here? Hello, I'm audible. Are we expecting any kind of privacy over here?
No, sir.
We are not expecting. Now, there is your personal details, your medical record. Are we expecting here privacy?
Yes, sir.
So where should we keep it? Private or public?
In the private, sir.
In the private. Okay. Now, don't directly attach to yourself, okay, like I will keep in private public. You won't be able to put any of your Google Drive is not private, your AWS is not private, everything is public. Okay. Now, let's understand for a scenario. Okay. An organization has some set of policies and compliance and all these part. Okay. Which they need to follow. Right. So in that scenario, that compliance policies needs to be followed irrespective of factor what you are doing. If you are doing this, okay, private. If you're doing this, public. Okay. The most of the confidential data are kept in private. Okay. That is how the thing is. So what I will quickly do is I'll, delete the server what I created. Okay. Then we'll see in a while. So here, I hope you all must have got a clarity of public cloud, private cloud, and a hybrid cloud. Okay. So basically, this thing we have already understood, cloud versus traditional IT. In traditional IT, okay, when we say the costs are upfront. Now tell me, where these older, organizations like TCS, Tech Mahindra, which are the major IT firms in India, okay, HCL and all. So basically, if you think, okay, scaling would have been so easy, okay, without any kind of capital. In the old time, it was very tough. You have to set up your own data centers and everything. But nowadays, have you seen most of the, you know, applications are hosted over cloud. So this gives them an edge over everyone else to penetrate the market. Is it clear, everyone? Now, what would be the issue? The cost will be really high if you have to purchase the whole infrastructure. You can't scale. For example, just always compare with your laptop. For example, you are, working on something. Now you want to share it to something. So you shared also, but it needs to be shared to 100 people. That is also an issue. So the scaling and complex upgrades could be there, manual setups and maintenance. Okay. And there is a on-premise security responsibility. Okay. In the traditional IT. Okay. Which is basically the organization themselves hold it. Then there is cloud computing. There is no capital investment. Okay, and it is very much instant and recorded. Okay, so that's how it is going to be. Am I clear? Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
How many of you did understand whatever we have discussed this far? How many of you have understood this? Anyone who was not able to understand? Can I see a U in the chat? U. A quick use in the chat. Those who have understood, just quick U in the chat. Faster. Amazing. Now, let's deep dive into AWS. Before that, let's have a quick quiz. Okay. So, give me a second. The quiz will be related to cloud fundamentals and all that. So, give me a while. I'll share the link or something. Wait a second. I guess this should be visible. Uh, Preetik, would you help me with this? Which one we have to go for? Just give me a second, guys. Please stay here. Okay, guys, you can scan the QR and connect. I'll see quickly. Let's have a quick quiz and then we'll continue. Can you see the QR here? This is how it looks. Please scan it and put your names and let's connect. Quickly scan, guys. Quickly scan. We don't have the whole day. Guys, please scan quickly. I have 60 plus learners here. I can see very less. See, so less people here. Okay, let's start. Very good. Okay, let's go to next. So there is no capital investment. What is capital investment? Is you don't have to invest anything on the infrastructure. You pay for the services what you use. Okay. See, here the basic thing is only accessible for officers who has answered, I don't know. Okay. Complex setup required. No, why there is a complex setup? There is no setup required, right? No infrastructure you need. Okay. So basically, when you see characters of cloud, is pay as you use billing. The more you use, the more you pay. That's how it. The less you use, you pay less. That's how it is. Okay. Okay. So that was amazing, I guess. Congrats, Ayesha, Pavi, and Pujita. So this girls team is better. I don't know about boys, guys. Okay. Now we have understood the basics, okay, of everything. Am I right? So here the thing is, okay, now will there be anything which you won't be able to, kind of any kind of interviews or something? Would you be less of confident? Any kind of cloud basics if someone asks you? Would you be able to understand? Forget about like you have to answer it in a fully foolproof English language, something. Do you understand cloud now, everyone? Yes or no? Quickly answer me. Do you
Yes,
understand or
sir.
not?
Yes.
Right? Yeah. What about others? What about others? Okay. So now, basic structure now you understand. What is cloud built of? What is it all about? How is it? Right? Okay. And what is the main use of cloud? That also we know. Slowly, when we understand and learn more, you're going to catch more around it. Okay. Now, let's do one thing. Let's understand what is AWS. What is AWS all about? Right? What is AWS? Amazon Web Services. You order things on Amazon, right? Okay. This is the same Amazon. Okay. So this is the thing they do. So AWS is one of the number one or largest cloud provider globally. Okay. It offers 200 plus comprehensive services. Okay. What are these services? What are these services? One of the services you saw right now, correct? Where I deployed this Windows server, right? Now, this has been used and being used by Netflix, NASA, Samsung, okay, Dropbox, most, this Prime Video and everything, okay. So all are using this, okay. So that is how the thing is. Now, what is the use case? Why Amazon is winning the market? Because it is capturing the market as more as fast it can do. Okay. So what Amazon provides, what kind of basic services Amazon is playing on? Compute, storage, database, and networking. Right? So what is it all about? Can you tell me? Compute. This is your CPU. Storage. Okay, compute is CPU and RAM. Storage is basically your hard disk SSD. Database is database. Okay, and networking, basically your internet. If you want to block internet and all that stuff, this is database. Sorry, this is networking. So all these services virtually it's providing. Okay, what do you mean by virtually providing? Because are you going to need a cutter or a plier to do networking here? No, you're sitting confined, in the comfort of your room on your laptop and you're doing the things. So logically, you're creating an infrastructure, which in the earlier days, if you go 20 years back, it wasn't possible. Now, the basic thing about AWS is what AWS services, what is AWS is all about. Let's understand quickly. Okay, what all things does it provide? So basically, AWS got launched, okay, in 2002 internally, like between their own work and all. And 2003, AWS started to see in its own potential, okay, and they started to, launching their services around 2004. Slowly, they grew and grew, and now they have been one of the major counterparts, and almost of a 90 or $100 billion of a revenue they make every year. Okay, maybe more now these days. Okay, so it has the highest market share, okay, 31% or more. And behind this is Microsoft Azure and then GCP. Okay. And it has more than 1 million active users. So AWS cloud use cases, what could be their use cases? Okay. AWS enables you to build sophisticated and scalable applications, which you are going to see right now in a while. It is applicable to a diverse set of industries. Okay. Use cases could be your enterprises, okay, backup and storage, big data analytics, website hosting, mobile and social apps, gaming, all that stuff. Sounds good, right? So, how does it all work? Do you have any idea? How does it all work? Just think a bit. Anyone want to answer? How does it all work if we put together everything? Can I say this is similar to a laptop? How I develop an application on my laptop, is it similar to that? Can I say that? Yes or no? Quick. Yes or no? Yes, correct. Same thing we are doing on a larger scale, right? Same skill we are doing it on a larger scale. Am I correct? Okay. So, just give me a second. Now, next is, okay, let's see what services we are talking about. Now, this is your AWS console. This is how it looks. Okay. Now, we are going to use some services to do certain deployments, which you are going to see in a while. Okay. How these deployments would work together. Okay. Just give me a second. Yeah. Is the screen visible to all? Give me a quick confirmation.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Just give me a second. Hmm. Mhm. Okay. Now we'll talk about IAM. Okay. What is IAM? IAM is something who is going to be managing all the logins and everything. Okay. Logins and everything means, okay, you can create users here. If I want to give access to some of you, I have to create a user. Then I'll share you that account and you'll be able to log in. Okay. So IAM is all about identity and access management. Okay. IAM. So it helps us with user permission management, okay, policies management, and a shared responsibility model. So let's take it for a scenario in a very basic idea. Okay. Now, users have permission management, right? Securely, you can control who can access your AWS resources and what actions they can perform. You can do all that, correct? Now, some JSON based policies, okay, so that I can write what kind of permission you can have, what kind of permission you can't have. I can write a policy that is on a complicated side. We are not going to touch it today. Okay, just understand it, that what how it happens. Okay. Now then there would be some shared responsibility model. Shared responsibility is, now you all are connected in this session, so there is shared responsibility. My responsibility is that you learn and you get the best content and understand the things. What is your responsibility? To understand and focus, correct, and make the best out of it. Am I correct? Type C in the chat. Am I correct? Right? So this is how the shared responsibility works. What AWS says, okay, we are going to give you the infrastructure. We take the responsibility that all this infrastructure is going to be up and running without any issues. It is going to run. There shouldn't be any kind of downtimes. If there is a downtime, we'll fix the infrastructure. But your responsibility is whatever applications you create or something that you have to manage, because we don't have any control on this. You have to manage. Okay. This is called a shared responsibility model. Okay. Now, what is virtualization? What is virtualization? Any idea? What is it all about? What is virtualization? Can anyone tell me? Have you heard of virtual machines? Aisha, have you heard of virtual machines? What is it all about? Anyone else? Have you heard of what is virtual? Do you know the difference between virtual and real? Do you know what is it all about? What is virtual and what is real? Can anyone tell
Virtual
me?
means imagination and real means in the physical.
Can you come again? I wasn't able to hear you.
Virtual means imagination, not in real world.
Not in real. So this Windows system, what I created, was it real or was it virtual? What was it? Was it real or was it virtual? It
It's
was a
virtual.
virtual. It's virtual. Okay. So what is virtualization? So it's the process of creating a virtual version of something, such as a server. So I'm not having anything physical here, correct? Physically, do I have that server on my home? No, it is a virtual, right? Such as a server. The storage also, 30 GB of storage also I use. That is also virtual. Okay. So virtual has no existence. No, that's not right. Virtual has existence. Okay. But it means like not as a hardware front existence. Virtual things do exist, but not okay as a hardware, right? So we use it virtually, but the hardware is there in US, in UK, in India, in China. The hardware is there. We are using them virtual. Okay. It could be a server, it could be a storage device, network, your operating system, so that a single physical resource, okay, can function as a multiple virtual resources, which means that when you have a laptop, right? So that single laptop is being used concurrently by multiple users. Your RAM is being shared, your CPU is being shared, and you are utilizing it in this way. Now, is it clear what is virtual? Okay, how it helps you? So basically, if normally a single laptop is used by a single person, but if the same laptop can be used by multiple people simultaneously, because and definitely I'm not saying a laptop, it could be a server, basically definitely same server, it is the same infrastructure. On a single infrastructure, all these things, all multiple people do work together. Is it clear? So what does it do? So this virtualization allows you to run multiple operating systems and applications on a single physical machine by dividing its resources. Okay, by just dividing its resources. Am I clear? Is it clear, everyone? Now, I was talking about, this global infrastructure. Let's see what is it exactly. Okay, now I will share this page to all you guys. Just check your chats. Okay. Now, there are multiple regions here. Can you see? These are all geographical regions. Do you know where are we? Do you know where are we sitting? We are here in Asia Pacific. Okay. And we are in here. This is where Mumbai and in India, basically. And this is Hyderabad. Okay. So if you can see, it was launched in 2022. Okay. And this is launched in around 2016 or something. Okay. This Mumbai one. So the biggest region on earth, AWS region I'm talking about, is in North America. And see how many regions in North America we have. That is North Virginia, this one. How come it is huge? Because it has 6 availability zones. So how does it matter if it has 6 or whatever it is? Okay. It matters because, okay, let me just close this. Because if you can see, this is where it is, okay? This is, if you can see, okay, this is North Virginia. This is what I'm talking about. Okay. This single place has around, 6 different availability zones. What are these availability zones? Availability zones are something, okay, you can call them, different locations within the same region. And each availability zone has 3 data centers. So it has around 18 data centers in this region. Okay. And whereas if you come back to India, okay, 3 regions or 3 availability zones are here and 3 are here. Total 6 availability zones in 2 regions. And here in the single region, it has 6 availability zones. Okay. Highest among any of the AWS regions. Right. Now, that is something you just remember. Let's see a few things. This is EC2. Now, I will do one thing. I'll launch a server over here. Okay. In this server, I'll try to deploy a game for us. Let's play a game. Okay. To play this game, you need to know how to develop this game. And that is what is not needed to become a cloud engineer or a cloud architect or solutions architect. Okay. That is on the development side. We are just going to see how are we deploying this game over here. Am I clear? Now, I'll just do one thing. Game server. Very simple game it is going to be. Let it be Amazon Linux. So this is the name of our server, what I've given. How many of you are watching this? How many of you are watching this? Quick question. Just type W in the chat. Let me see how many of you are there. Quick W's in the chat. I'll just call out all the names who type W. Okay, Sahan, Rishita, Aisha, Shruti, Dishant, Vadvelu, Shrusti, Ramiseti, Harsha, Talakanti, Sana, Boya, Pujita, Tokala, Shanmuka. Okay, only 6-7 guys. What about others? I can see 59 people here. Guys, just focus. Okay, focus here. Now, in this game server, I'm going to use this as a OS, which most probably most of you haven't used because this is particularly for Amazon, this operating system is. But this is not very much difficult to know. If you use CentOS or something, bit of Linux knowledge is required to understand this OS. So this is a Linux, okay, to be specific. And usually when you have your accounts, you can use T2 Micro. I'm going to use T3. It's a higher version. So you don't have to use this. You can go with T2 Micro when you create. So let's use the key which I previously created. That is fine. And what are these? What are these instance types? Anyone knows? Just try to read the things properly. You will understand it. So this family is called T3.micro is type of it. So this instance has 2 virtual CPUs, 1 GB memory, okay, like this is RAM, okay. On-demand Ubuntu Pro base price is 0.0139 USD per hour. Linux base pricing is 0.0104 USD per hour. Windows is highest, okay, almost, okay, like not the highest, but it's 0.0196. RHEL has the highest, which is $0.0392 per hour. It's not even $1 per hour, okay. The bigger resources, if you try to take, such as T2 X Large, which has 4 CPUs and 16 GB, if you can see, it has become $0.19, $0.22, $0.285, and $0.243. That is how the things are increasing. The price is increasing. Is it clear, everyone? Am I clear? Good. Now, how many of you are keen to learn all these things in detail? Let's have a quick understanding. Like on a grassroots level, how many of you want to learn? Typically on the infra side, how these instances are working, what is at the back end of it? Because in this 2 hours, we're not able to cover each and everything. So how many are very much interested into the cloud journey? Can you just type C? Those who are very much interested into the cloud journey and you do want to understand how the things work on top of it, okay? And how actually the things work. And slowly you will also try to relate how your laptop is functioning. That is very much basic, guys. Once you understand your laptop's functionality, you are going to understand cloud, how it works. But it is beyond it because a lot of things are associated on a service availability. Okay. That is what very important about it. So just give me a while. Now I have selected what kind of CPU or what kind of something I need. Okay. So I will use, let's take T3 medium, which has 2 CPUs and 4 GB. Okay. This is on a higher side I'm using. Okay. Now this is a key pair. What is key pair? So this is for security purposes. If I don't use the key, I won't be able to log in. Okay. This key is usually used when, every time we won't be using AWS and logging in here and all. We can externally also use these operating systems. Okay. So I'll show you that as well. Now, this is a VPC. Now, everyone has learned that, okay, public means not secure, but no, we can make a public cloud secure. If let's see, what is the work of a VPC? The VPC, let's take Aisha, Tokala, Sheikh, Sana, all you guys are using North Virginia server, right? Or you are in the same room. Would you be able to see each other if you are in the same room? Correct? All of you guys, if I put you in the same room, would you be able to watch each other, see each other? You will be visible to each other, correct? So, if I create an imaginary wall in between all of you, now would you be able to see each other or you will be isolated? If I put an imaginary wall in between you all guys, will you be able to see each other anymore? Just tell me quickly if there is imaginary wall in between. If there is imaginary wall. Guys, are you giving any responses anywhere? Because I don't see. Have you understood the logic here? What I mean to say. See here. What is this virtual VPC? I'm not going to get into detail right now because it's a lot of understanding you will need. Now, see, this is a room. And there are 40 guys here. 40 people. Okay. Now, there is no walls, nothing. So can you see, you all will be visible to each other, correct? Just type V in the chat, correct? You all will be visible to each other. You're in a party or something, you'd be visible. Now, if I say in the same room, 40 people, I create 40 cubicles here. Each will be separated by a wall. Now, will you be able to see each other anymore? No, right? This is what VPCs do. Okay. Virtual private cloud. Okay. So here virtually we creating that isolation. Correct? So now do I have a privacy? Do I have a privacy? Okay. So many of you are living in hostels and PGs, correct? You are living, many of you might be living. So usually in PGs, we have private rooms and we have these multi-bedrooms. So you can consider this where there is no privacy is multi-bedrooms. Where there is a privacy, this is a private room. Okay. So because of VPC, you can do it. And on the network, on the internet, basically. Is it clear, everyone? Any doubts? So let's come here. I will create, like, I don't have to create, a VPC is pre-existing. Otherwise, you all will create, now all your resources will be visible to each other. So this VPC is going to be different for each of you. And the subnets is something like for today, I'm explaining it is beyond it. I want to choose a availability zone for the North Virginia region. I'm in the North Virginia, and if we learn, we are going to get into North Virginia place only region. As a region, we are going to use this. Now here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a subnet, which is going to define my, availability zone. So one I have chosen, auto-assign public IP to get a public IP address. That's what the intention is. Create a security group. Okay. What is the security group? The security group is like a firewall. Now, let's again go back to your colleges. This is your college gate. Without ID, don't tell me our colleges don't provide us ID cards. Let's take a scenario that you all have ID cards, and without ID cards, you can't enter your college. Correct? Without ID cards, you can't enter the college. Okay. But if you have an ID card, can you enter now? Correct? You can enter, right? So this is what? This is called a firewall. This is called a firewall. Is it clear, everyone? Because this ID identifies you, who are you, and a college has authorized you. Okay, Aisha, Tokala, Sahan, Talaganti, Parthsarthi, these guys can enter this college except IDs of these 10, 20, 40 people okay, who don't have the IDs, they shouldn't be allowed. This is what the firewall does. So what I will tell my firewall, okay, firewall Babu, do one thing. Okay, I'll just give my name to a firewall game. So this is security group. So game security group. Okay. So, and I'll also describe something. I can describe, look, for a game and or whatever. You can put a description. Doesn't make sense. Name is also something you can put. I will tell there is a protocol SSH. This SSH this protocol is needed so that I can log into my OS for logging in. Basically, your OS, if you remove this, your OS will run, but you won't be able to log in because that medium is, we are not allowing that SSH medium. So my web page should be visible. So I don't have a certificate or something or a website so that I can enforce HTTPS. So today we are going to use HTTP. Okay, and anywhere. So what does anywhere? It means anyone or anywhere on the internet. Okay, this page could be accessible, right? And SSH is also anywhere from any computer, anything you are going to connect. So any IP address you would be able to connect. So there is a transaction happening. So let's say Partha is saying a hi, okay, and here I'm not responding. So this communication would be blocked. If Partha is again saying a hi, and if I respond back, this communication is successful. So similarly, if I type SSH, okay, enabled, and when I try to log in through the SSH protocol to my system, it will allow me. Similarly, HTTP is something, okay, if I don't enable this, when I put a HTTP request on my system, on my server, it won't allow me. So, because I have to deploy a web page, so in that case, I have to enable HTTP. Okay, from anywhere I can access. Other things you don't have to touch. Now, we can do a simple automation here for the deployment. Okay, and most probably it shall work. So let's see. So what this automation will do, it is going to set up a web server for me. Okay, we are not going to understand the code and the intricacies of code and everything. Okay, now I'll put the code over here. Okay, this is the whole code. Now I'll launch this instance. Okay, so let's see if it works or not. So this is my instance. When you launch an instance, only the running ones I want to see. So this is the running one, T3 medium. I can see my instance ID. Like it is a unique ID. You can have hundreds of servers with the same name, but the ID will be unique. Okay. So if you can see here, there are various kind of details. The IP address I've got, this is the private IP, which is locally available. We'll see, understand these things later. Monitoring is something which shows us how my CPU is working, how my RAM is working. Okay. So this is how the things are, right? So we'll slowly learn the detailed part of it, okay, in the longer sessions. Now, this is security. Do you remember the firewall? Do you remember the firewall? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is what the firewall is visible, where you can see our port 80 and 22, which is basically SSH and HTTP protocols. And networking is something our VPC. Correct? This is our VPC, which divides us or isolates us all over the internet. Storage is 8 GB. So this is also virtual storage. This is virtual network. This is virtual security. Everything is virtual over here. Okay. This is how the things shall work. Am I clear? So most probably the deployment shall be complete. Okay, I'll show you through web page how can you connect to the operating system through the web page only. Click on connect and click on connect again. Okay, I'm connected. So I'll just check a thing. Whether a service is running or not. Sorry, I have typed the wrong command. So just give me a second. It's not going to work. Just give me a second. Let me just do a thing. I'll fix it. So it's not yet up. All right. Okay, fine. Okay, let's see. So let's see various things and we'll try to fix it. So let's see. Okay. So we have deployed this, and I'll do one thing. I'll just share this to you. Are you able to access the page? Just tell me. Are you all able to access this page? So I can reset. I can play this game. Okay. Is it visible? Are you able to see this? Are you all able to play this as well? Are you all able to play this? Okay. So this is basically a web page. Okay. This is a web page and this is a game. Now I have used this over a server. Now I can also deploy it in other way. Would you like to see it? Would you like to see this?
Yes, sir.
So let's take for a scenario. I'll be using a storage server, which is S3. Same game I will deploy. So let's close this unnecessary tabs. Okay, so this is a storage service. I'll create a bucket. Game bucket, whatever it is. Block. No, I don't need to block this. I am no. Create the bucket. Fine. Okay. So what I will do, just give me a second. At that index. So here we'll make few settings so that I can use as a static website. This is not going to be a dynamic one, static website only. So we'll go to properties and make few things. I'll go to edit and enable static website hosting, host setting, and index.html, index.html. This is the file. Excuse me. I'll save the changes. And this is not going to work to be true. Okay. This is not going to work. We have to make it work. So we'll add a policy. I was talking about some policies, right? So I'll create a policy quickly to make it a public, because if I just give you this link, just see this link. Yeah, I'll give you right now. Okay, just tell me whether you are able to access it or not. This is the link I am given. Are you all able to access it? Definitely not. See, yes, you are getting this error, correct? Are you all getting this error? Okay, so let's fix this error. So still this error is there. I'll just copy this policy and write a policy. Where is it? Uh, Save the changes. Wait a second, what happened? What happened? Allow policy. Just give me a second. I'll sign in with another account. I guess some issue with the account level. Just give me a second. Wait a while. I'll just create a bucket. Some same settings will apply. It is going to hardly take 2 minutes for me. Let's quickly do it. Now I'll give you that link you can ignore. I'll give you another link. Okay, because this is and can you just check what is the response it is showing? Can you tell me what's the response it is showing? It's showing error. Okay, so we are good. Which account it is? Okay, fine, correct account. So permissions, this is the policy. Add the policy and save it. What is happening with this issue? Option does not apply to any resource. Uh, uh, uh. Error it is, right? Just give me a second. I'm just checking one thing. Just checking the policy if something I've written incorrectly. One second. What I'm searching. Oh, sorry. I'm just doing Get object. Yeah, this should be the policy. I'm mistakenly choosing a wrong one. Now it should be fine. Now, do one thing. Okay, a game bucket. Now, are you able to access that link? Just check once. Are you all able to access this link? Still, it is not. Sorry. Where is it? Yeah. I'll just go to objects. Are you able to access it? I'm giving the link again. Have given the link again. Are you able to access the link? See, is there any difference? Earlier, we are having 403 forbidden. So it is basically the access issue. Now, what we are having now, see, I'm putting the screenshots. That it is that page what we are searching doesn't exist, correct? This is the difference. Because I have not added the web page over here, okay, in the game bucket. I have to upload a web page here. What I have to do, I have to upload a web page over here, okay? So let me just create a web page quickly. Now, where is the web page? This is the web page, correct? But I have to put it on internet. Okay. I'll put it here, index.html, and upload. Now, as soon as it gets uploaded, are you able to access the web page? Are you all able to access the web page or not? Are you all able to access the web page? So this is the URL. Through multiple ways, we did our activity today. We applied the same app over a web page, okay, using a storage and on the server as well. Both approaches were different, but the outcome is almost same, right? So many different kind of things we are going to do. Okay, this is just a 2-hour thing, and we are just going to see what all capabilities that we have. Quickly, we understood. Okay, and the basic thing we shouldn't forget that we shouldn't keep our resources idle. So you have to kind of delete whatever you create. So I'll just quickly create, okay, my buckets, like whatever I created right now. For example, this game bucket. First of all, you have to click on empty and clean the things inside. As soon as I clean, okay, your URL will stop working simply. And I'll delete my bucket. So how was today's hands-on, guys? How many of you enjoyed? Just type E in the chat if you enjoyed the whole session with me and it was engaging as well. How many of you enjoyed the session? Just type E in the chat. If not, that's okay. How many of you enjoyed? Can I see a lot of E's here? Do you want to learn more? Okay. So I guess that's all for today's session. Okay. I'll ask Preeti to take from here. Just give me a second.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, everyone, for attending the session today, as well as for you, sir, for session.
Okay, Preeti, I'll just drop from here. And thanks, guys, for being so attentive during the session. It was a wonderful one. So, Preeti, I'll just take a leave. Okay. So, thank you, everyone. Preeti, please
Sure,
take
sir.
from
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.